There's a very famous psychologist, practiced for decades, taught at the top universities, wrote a lot of books, very famous. I heard him say something that really stuck out to me. He said, "Nobody gets away with anything ever." And that really made me think about the scriptures. There are multiple times when the children of Israel are sinning, and sometimes God will come down on them immediately, but usually He's really patient and He might let it go on for years, even generations. But eventually, He comes down on them. And there's one story in particular where everything's going great for the people, and God sends a prophet, and their response is kind of like, "What are you talking about? Nobody's mad at us. We've been worshiping the goddess, and our lives are great. Everything's wonderful." It just made me think of the modern day, blessed and living my best life and all that kind of stuff. And God did come down on them. But what really bothers me is that while the secular psychiatrist, or psychologist rather, and all these other people that aren't even necessarily religious, they understand this. Nobody gets away with anything ever. And the Christians, of all people, that's who should be preaching this from the rooftops. Because even if you get away with it during your lifetime, there's still Judgment Day coming. And that's the least likely place to hear any of this, is the Christian church. It's like sin and judgment, all that kind of stuff. It's like they're dirty words. Nobody wants to talk about that kind of stuff. But there's not really much more important than that. I do understand it. People want to feel good, and they're responding the same way they did to that prophet. Everything's going great. Our lives are wonderful. Why should we change anything? And so they want to go to church and get this feel-good message, their 3 points with self-help with Jesus, and be uplifted and all that. And they don't want to hear anything about that sin and judgment and stuff. But what is going to happen on Judgment Day? What do you think is going to happen? God's going to say, "Oh, don't worry about it. No big deal." I mean, I don't understand some of these people's thought processes. If you read the Bible, then you'll see nobody gets away with anything ever. So read your Bible.